Hello, what's up? Hope you're doing good and you're practicing Python. So today we will be going to learn about strings. Strings in Python. Yes, the one which we did at the very beginning when we started with the Hello World program. We'll be talking about that. Okay. So let me just quickly rename this to strings.py. Okay, so what are strings? String is a sequence of characters, and you can say character is simply a symbol. Okay, so now if I talk about English, we have 26 letters. In Hindi, we have 33, I guess, right? So exactly like that, computers do not deal with characters, but they deal with numbers, or you can say binary. Okay, so even though you may see certain different characters when I type whatever I type, you see these characters, but internally it is dealing it with the combinations of zeros and ones. Okay, so this conversion from zeros and ones to the word which you see, and the words two zeros and ones, they are known as encoding and decoding. And ASCII and the Unicode are some of the popular encodings used in okay, so actually let's start with how we create a string. Okay, so what do? Simply whatever you want. Let's say I'm taking a variable named my string string. Okay, my string, and I can just simply write down my name. This is a string. You can just try print my string. With that, I would also tell you that try printing type, so that you can't tell me that I'm telling you wrong. Okay, so that was just a joke. You can definitely point me out if you find any issue. See, it's Simran and class is str. Str means string. Okay, now let me also tell you a few things. This is how you write a word, or maybe you can write several words over here, right? You can write so this is a whole line. Now let's say if you wanted to write like literally 10 lines, but again you'll have like problem, right? So because you have to create different variables and put it in that, you can't just put in like this. See, it gave you, it's so intelligent that it gave a new line itself. But we'll do something different for this. Okay, what we'll do first, let me remove this part as well as this one. Okay, there is something which is known as triple quotes. Okay, this thingy, if you put this in this way and you put this in two different lines, it will still print it. See, it printed it in two different lines. You can also work with the double quotes. These were the single quotes, right? But you can also work with double quotes. Okay, these ones. Let me remove this and show it to you. Nice. And I run it. See, it works. So this is known as multi-line string. Okay, so now we can also, if you remember about list, tuples, and so many different data types which we had a talk about, we almost every time did access the string, right? I'm sorry, the whatever it was list, we accessed the list. Do let me know if you can access tuples or not, and can you access dictionary or not in the comment. Let me see how much you remember. Okay, so exactly like the list we traversed in the list, we will also try doing something similar over here with string as well. Okay, so index always starts with 0. I hope you remember. So let's try this out. Being a little lazy, I'll just paste this stuff over here and put a 0 here. Okay, and I'll run this. Have a look. It gave me S. And if I write something like 10 and then this colon, and then if I give -1, have a look what happens. So it'll give me teaching Python without N, because it's going till here. But if I would have written, like, remove this and then run it, then have a look what it gives. ARI is teaching Python. And what about this? Let's try this. Nothing else, just -1. So if I run this, it gives me N, only the last character over here. Okay, so this is how the index works, exactly in the similar way. Okay, now if I talk about concatenation of 2 or more strings. Okay, now comes to the let's come to the concatenation. We have had a talk a lot about this in the previous lessons, so if you have any questions, you can definitely comment down below, but try them out yourself. And let's proceed with the concatenation of 2 or more strings. Okay, so now what do you understand by concatenation? When you take 2, 1, 2, 3, not one, definitely 2 or more different strings or different words together and add them up. Definitely join them rather than add them, because you can't actually add the words. So when you join them together, that is no in a single sentence or in a single word, whatever, that is known as concatenation. And we basically use the plus operator to do that. Now let me show you what do I mean. Let me just write str1. This is my first variable, and I will write down hello. And in str2, I'll write down world. Okay, so I've written 2 strings, hello and world. Now if I print str1 and str2 in a different like print str1, print str2, it will give in 2 different lines, right? So print str1, print str2. Okay, now if I just run this, have a look, it's in 2 different, but what I want is that they should be in the same line. One thing which we can do is I can just put this over here. Okay, oops, this should be 2. All right, and if I run this, see, there is an issue. There is no space in between this whole world. They are together, but there is no space, right? That means you need to add something. There are 2 ways to do this. I'll first tell you the easiest way to do this. You can just add over here a space. This is only possible when you can access the variable, but there are many a times where you can't access the variable and edit it like this while we are talking about the real data. So at that time, what you need to do is that, let's say I will join another string to this, and this string, what does this string contains? It contains a space. So let me run this and have a look. There is a space in between. Actually, let me just show you with something else so that you can understand it well. See, Now it's connected with a star or asterisk, whatever you say, right? So this is the joining character in between. If there is a space, definitely the string is the space. Okay, now, so this was about concatenation with the help of the plus sign. Now there is also another way where if you, let's say, want to repeat something many a times or a given number of times, let's say I'll write down str to into 6. Okay, what do you expect from this? What do you think this would have given it to you? So it's world, 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 world 6 times, right? That means if you want to repeat certain words, you can definitely do it like this. All right. So yeah, that is about concatenation of strings, where you can use two things. One is addition and another one is multiplication. Now also I would also like to focus on one more thing, that is, let's say if I want to add a number and a word. I'll take a string 3. String 3 is equal to, I'll say hello world 404. Okay, this is definitely an integer. I'm sure you know that, right? So I'll just be lazy and copy this and paste this over here and just change this to string 3. And just for your check, have a look, it is a class int. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll add up this thing with this str3. Okay, so have a look. See, first of all, this is already highlighting it that there is some issue with this guy. And have a look, it says that it is a type error. Type, I told you these are not the same type, right? This is integer and the other one is string. So it says type error, can only concatenate string, not integer, not int to string. Definitely you can't add 404 to hello or world. Do you ever get those people, right, like saying hello, my name is Simran1234? Yes, you can get it on Insta IDs, but in real life, that's very weird, right? So exactly, but I have a way out to work with this. Let's say what I'm sure we have done about typecasting. So what typecasting was, from changing one type to the other type, right? We can do the same thing over here. What I'll do, I'll just write down str. str is for string, converting it into the string. See, the highlighting part went away. You saw? And now if I try to run this, see, it works fine. Hello world 404. And if I just copy this quickly and paste this over here, that's run, and you have a space between this also. And actually I would really like you to check this out. Control C over here and Control V over here. What is the type of this str right now? Have a look. This says that now it is a string, right? So if you can definitely write this guy like this, then it would not have been a problem. But since this was an integer form, it was a problem. I hope you got this thing, right? So this was very basic about how we concatenate strings. Now, there are a few more functions which I'll be talking about in the next video. So till then, practice these, and let's meet in the next video. If you have any questions, just comment it down and keep practicing. Have a good day. Let's meet in the next session.